Hi, this is William Bird with Right Foot Down, and today I find myself at an autocross. But why am I here? Last time on RFD, you saw me talking about this Focus ST. My Focus ST, actually. And then Josh showed up and we had an argument over which car is best. So that got me thinking, I have two fast cars that cost $25,000 or less. What should I do with them? Alright, I can do this, and this, and this, and this. Basically, I drove them around the street to find out which is best. But today we're going to test the engineering of both cars by subjecting them to the crucible of motorsport. We're in lovely Waldorf, Maryland, where we're going to test these two cars head to head. Let's find out which one is quickest around the autocross track.
Getting anxious yet?
A little bit. New car, something I haven't driven before. 04 E46 M3. Excited.
You ready?
Good?
Go.
Right. Alright, I'm not going to get lost this time. I'm going to go out, I'm going to go left, and then come back right. Last time I forgot to come back right. That was the problem. That was definitely a problem. Let the steer plow. Slalom a little wide. Woo! 45.
How'd that one feel?
Much better. It took off 2 seconds, which is a freaking lifetime in autocross. Knew where I was going. A little more understeer this time, but it's easily correctable with oversteer, which is a shit ton of fun. So overall, really enjoying this car so far. It's not a light car, but you can feel it handles the weight well, particularly as it transitions through some of the bigger sweepers and getting into some of the tighter slaloms. You can feel it back and forth. You can feel the weight transfer. But again, it's pretty correctable. It's pretty easy to control. So far so good. Let's see if I can drop some more time off this. Moving up. Tail tire in the line. Let's do this. Understeer, oversteer. Plowing. 45.1, 1/10 of a second. Well, my best time didn't improve much on the third run. There's easily a second or more I could probably pull out of this M3 if I had some more seat time. But it's back to the paddock to grab the Focus ST. This is my car, so it could be an unfair advantage. I know how well it drives on the street. But let's see how well it does through the cones. 45.1, the time to beat for the E46. Let's try it, see how we do. Woo! 44.2. I don't know what to say. It felt fast. It really plowed a few times, and it really oversteered a few times. It really oversteers off of throttle. It's really interesting. I haven't had a front-wheel drive car in a while. Interesting to feel that just crazy kind of like let it off, rotate, catch it, keep going. I put it down in first several times. I'm not sure if that was the best thing to do, but it was a pretty good run, so try it again. See what we can do.
Go ahead.
Run number 2, 44.85. We got slower. You saw our initial thoughts driving these two cars on the road. As you can tell, we left the autocross course and we found a nice spot to collect our thoughts. Which one of these is better, the 2014 Focus ST or the 2004 E46 M3? Focus ST is one of the hottest hatches on the planet. What's it take to be a hot hatch? First you take an appliance, inject it with steroids, turn laps on Europe's finest roads until you get what we have here today. Ford is no stranger to Europe. They have had hot versions of Focus for years, so it's a pretty great appliance to start with. Focus ST is a razor blade on the street with oh shit levels of torque when you put your right foot down. It's quick, very quick actually. Triple digit speeds are never more than seconds away. This car will get you in trouble if you're not careful. At speed, this ST steering ratio is very tight and changes direction very quickly. We found it to be quicker than the M3 but without the same levels of feedback. The recaro seats are a must if you're a corner carver. Without them, you'll be sliding all over the place. And with that dardiness comes lift-off oversteer that we haven't felt in a front-wheel drive car for years. This is a very exciting car that requires your full attention to drive fast. Back to the appliance part. It is a Focus after all. Besides performance numbers, you get 30 miles per gallon, navigation, sick technology baked into a nice usable hatchback format. Has a great warranty, ownership is practically worry-free. Oh yeah, you can go into any Ford dealer across the nation and get the one you want in the color you want right now. What you won't find on a 10-year-old BMW is a factory warranty. These cars do have their faults. Owning an E46 M3 inevitably means pulling codes to fix something yourself, taking the occasional trip to the repair shop. These are things every owner should know about. Look for problems like cam bolt failures, rear subframe tears. These can lead to expensive repairs. Check popular message boards for more information. What you will get with an E46 M3 is a very lively sports coupe that does everything well. Yeah, the technology is a little dated, but nobody buys an M3 for the stereo, navigation, or cup holders or shit like that. Certainly not this cup holder. The E46 is about the driving experience. The engine is a 3.2-liter screamer that goes all the way to 8,000 RPMs. You might think an 8,000 RPM inline six would have the torque curve of an S2000. You'd be very wrong though. It has 250 foot-pounds of torque and one of the flattest torque curves on the planet. Most cars need an aftermarket exhaust to get attention. This car does not. In fact, it's the induction noise that I love the most. That wailing roar over 5,000 RPMs just doesn't let up until you shift, and you get to hear the symphony all over again. As much as I like this S54 engine, the M3 is so much more. The dash is focused on the driver. The silver-faced gauges illuminate orange at night to prevent eye fatigue. The buttons on the steering wheel provide all the controls you'll ever need. You don't even have to take your hands off the wheel. The seats are real leather, fully adjustable, fantastic lumbar. Steering is tight and for its time provided more feedback, second to only the mighty 911. You won't find Brembo calipers on the M3, but standard brakes are more than adequate for street and autocross use. So yes, owning one of these means fixing something yourself or taking it to the shop occasionally, but we think it's worth it. If you know what to look out for, it's manageable, it's tremendously rewarding, and it is the better car in this competition. Our winner, the E46 M3. Thanks for watching this two-part comparison, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Visit rightfootdown.com at any time for the latest content. Thanks a lot.